Usually we don't know what's going on behind the scenes with Call of Duty. We can speculate all we want, but we never really know. Last night though, things really got weird and we did kind of get a peek behind the curtain. I think everybody knows by now about Infinite Warfare and how it was doomed before it even released. Over 3 million dislikes on the reveal trailer, which put it in the top 5 most disliked YouTube videos ever at the time. There's also the Call of Duty 4 remaster that got bundled with Infinite Warfare just to try and boost sales. Things even got so bad that Treyarch got the green light to release Zombies Chronicles for Black Ops 3 in the middle of Infinite Warfare's year. Despite that though, a lot of hardcore Zombies fans really like the game, especially Zombies in Spaceland. Some of the stuff they did add was really cool, like Director's Cut, where you spawn in pretty much all kitted out for the game, and the best boss fight ever with Mephistopheles. So it's kind of weird that it seems like Infinity Ward banned their Zombies team from actually making more zombies. Brian Bray was the project director for IW Zombies, meaning that he had the final say on everything that went into the game and was always talking to the higher ups at Infinity Ward. So on that front of things, he's probably pretty credible, and last night on Twitter, he said that after Infinite Warfare's year was finished, he was told that zombies does not belong in Modern Warfare games. First of all, what the fuck? Second of all, I find this ironic because now zombies is going to be in MW3 this year, and third, is that why we had zombies in Vanguard skipped a year and then it's back for a game being developed by Sledgehammer? There's a lot to unpack here. We do know that apparently Infinity Ward is basically a stubborn child and they absolutely refuse to change anything about their games. They pretty much want to make a super realistic shooter experience that's almost a war simulator more than a COD title, and once they get an idea in their head, they do not want to change it at all. This is supposedly why they ignore the fans and refuse to make basic changes to games like Modern Warfare 2, so in my head it kind of makes sense that they wouldn't want something as outlandish as zombies to be in their games. But then why the fuck was Extinction added into Ghost then? That kind of doesn't make any sense. Alien cryptids are just as weird. Brian Bray kind of touched on this as well, saying that the only reason IW Zombies existed was because the studio was nervous about Infinite Warfare going to space and felt the aliens didn't belong. It absolutely blows my mind that an entire studio still doesn't want zombies in their games even though it's been around for 15 goddamn years. It just seems like they kind of have a special hatred for zombies, and also according to Brian, there was plans for an Extinction too, and it even got so far into development that him and Lee Ross teased the existence of full gameplay. Yeah, apparently there's just 22 minutes of gameplay sitting around there somewhere. It even had base building features, which would have been really cool to see in a Call of Duty game. Even bigger than that though, the complete irony in Infinity Ward hating on zombies is that the zombies mode was more popular in multiplayer in Infinite Warfare. 7 months after the release, which means in May of 2017, the daily split of players was 60% of them were on zombies to only 40% in multiplayer. It got even worse. Brian elaborated further by saying that by July, it was 90% of players were on zombies to only 10% on multiplayer. First of all, that's wild, but it also shows how much of a total failure that Infinite Warfare as a game is that a decent zombies mode to below average can have almost all the game's players. And for reference to compare and contrast, he said that on most Treyarch games, the split between zombies and multiplayer is about 20 to 30% on zombies and 70 to 80% on multiplayer. Those numbers are probably a bit skewed though, because Treyarch, besides Black Ops 4, only really makes successful games that keep people playing throughout the year. To me, it seems more impressive to have 50,000 people playing zombies on Black Ops 3, for example, and them only making up 20% of everyone on the game, as opposed to 2,000 players on IW Zombies and there's only like 2,500 on the whole game. It also wouldn't surprise me at all if Infinity Ward was just so embarrassed by that fact that they swore to never make zombies again, and to their credit, they have not. They've stuck by that. Because even though this year's game is Modern Warfare 3, it's being primarily developed by Sledgehammer and zombies is being done by Treyarch, so once again, Infinity Ward doesn't need to touch zombies. I still can't get over how incredibly stupid that is though. COD is supposed to be a fun sandbox shooter. Very few people probably give a shit about the realism at the end of the day. I could be wrong though. Do you guys give a shit about that? And do you think Infinity Ward will ever develop a zombies mode again? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you enjoyed, because we're close to 1,500 subs. That's pretty cool. And go watch this video about how Black Ops 3 zombies maps might be added to MW3 zombies. There's been some leaks about it. Love you. Bye-bye.